Alright guys, seeing if you guys can help me. I'm having a little trouble with my car. I have a 1999 Pontiac Bonneville. It's a V6 3.8. Took it to AutoZone because my check engine light came on. They did the test thing and it came up with the codes P0300, which is a random cylinder misfire. I have changed the spark plugs, ignition wires, all three of my coils. I have my ignition module tested. It tested good. Changed the alternator, changed the fuel filter. And I'm not sure what else it could be. Before I start it, let me tell you about what it does. Sometimes whenever I start it in the morning, like if I start in the morning when I first wake up, or a cold start before the car's been warmed up or something like that, it'll start up perfectly fine. It'll crank and then it'll turn over perfectly fine. But then if I drive it all day and drive it for a little bit like I've kind of been today, it starts to mess up. Sometimes so bad to the point to where the car doesn't even start again. What happens is that whenever I start it and it starts missing, my RPMs over there will start, it'll be below 1, sometimes to the half mark, and it'll be going up and down, like kind of trembling kind of. And then the battery, I don't know if this is related to the misfire, but the battery gauge right there, it's usually supposed to be at 14. Sometimes it'll, whenever it's missing, it'll as soon as I start it and it turns over, it'll stay at right past the red for a little bit, and then it'll have to build up to 14. And I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think as soon as I start it, it's supposed to immediately go to 14, or like, raise up to 14. And another thing too, whenever I stop at a stoplight after I've been driving my car all day, the my oil gauge, it'll be about halfway right there, and then whenever I stop at a stoplight, it'll drop down to almost the red, and it'll be like kind of moving up and down. I don't know if that's related, but so start it up one time, take a look at the RPMs. So again, take a look at the battery. So you kind of have to raise up a little bit there. Let's take another look at the RPMs again. It's kind of idling a little bit roughly. And now look at the battery. It has to build up. And while the car's started, I'm going to go out here and check out the engine. See, it's kind of idling roughly. It doesn't sound like it should. Not sure what all it could be. You guys could, if you guys ever had any tips, anything happen. It's usually worse than what it is. Like when I started the video, it's usually worse than that. Sometimes I even have to hit the gas pedal for the battery to build up and for the RPMs to be stable. And then sometimes whenever I start, it'll start up okay, but then as soon as I hit the brake to put my car in reverse, the battery will go down, and then I have no acceleration whenever I push the gas pedal. When I push the gas pedal, it doesn't do anything. I gotta kind of tap it for the battery to build back up. If anything's ever happened to you like this, to your car, and you figured out what it was, let me know. Give me any tips. I'll accept anything. Alright, thanks.